Kiss.
Yo, it's your boy Mike K. Smith, also known as Akers, also known as the coolest guy in sports. Back with another Who's Better. This time I have Klay Thompson versus Bradley Beal. Who is better? Klay Thompson, 44 games this season, has averaged 34.3 minutes per game, 21.9 points per game, 45.6 from the field, 36.6 from the three-point line, 4.1 rebounds, 2 assists per game, 0.7 blocks, 1.2 steals per game, 80.2% from the free throw line. Bradley Beal in 44 games has averaged 37.1 minutes per game, 24.8 points per game, 47.3 from the field, 35.7 from the three-point line, 5 rebounds per game, 5 assists per game, 0.8 blocks, 1.3 steals, 78.7 from the free throw line. That being said, who is better between the two? Now, for this who's better, you have to really ask yourself the question, what do you value more when it comes to a shooting guard? Do you value three-point shooting ability and defensive ability? Or do you value inside, outside scoring, creating your own shot, or playmaking ability? I personally value creating your own shot. I personally value how good are your playmaking skills when it comes to being a shooting guard or point guard on the floor. Can you create your own shot, and can you make others better with your passing? Those are the two things that I value the most. Now, that being said, Klay Thompson is the better shooter than Bradley Beal. Of course, Bradley Beal is shooting better from the field, which is very impressive because he takes way more difficult shots than Klay Thompson. But we know Thompson is really great coming off screens. He's one of the best catch and shoot players in the history of the NBA. So, of course, shooting is going to go with Klay Thompson. Playmaking ability is not even close. Bradley Beal is a better playmaker than Klay Thompson. Klay Thompson is a solid playmaker, but he's not actually create as much opportunities for other people playing with the type of caliber players that he plays with. So you have to give the edge to Bradley Beal. Defense, Beal is a really, really good defender, but Thompson is a great defender. They're both averaging similar stats when it comes to steals, but Thompson on the night in and night out is asked to chase some of the most talented offensive players in the league, and he's also respected by his peers, being known as one of the best lockdown defenders amongst the NBA shooting guards. So you kind of got to give the edge to Klay Thompson, but Bradley Beal is right there when it comes to that. So when it comes to a better shooter, Klay Thompson is better. When it comes to defending, Klay Thompson is better, but everything else on the basketball floor, inside scoring, the ability to make plays for others, the ability to handle the ball, the ability to make plays coming off the pick and roll, Bradley Beal is way better than all those things than Klay Thompson. Overall, Bradley Beal is a way more skilled player than Klay Thompson. And what I'm about to say may shock some people, but not only do I think that Bradley Beal is better than Klay Thompson, I think that Bradley Beal is the second best shooting guard in the NBA after James Harden. This guy is so versatile. He does everything for his team, and he doesn't really get that perception. Like the media has this perception that he's just a three-point shooter, but this guy can pass well, handle the ball well, shoot, and just flat out score. And he can do it by himself. He can do it being a second option. He can do it being the first option, which is very, very impressive. And that's what we're seeing right now without John Wall. Without John Wall, teams are scouting Bradley Beal. Teams know that he's the number one option. Teams know he's going to have the ball. His usage rate is just up, but you still cannot stop him. So would you rather have a guy that's a notch below another guy in shooting and defensive ability, but better at everything else on the basketball court? Or would you just rather have a guy that's better at shooting and better defensively? I want the guy who has an all-around game. Like Klay Thompson may be better than Bradley Beal in two categories, but Bradley Beal has a all-around type of game. Klay Thompson is a smart player. He's a way better shooter, but Bradley Beal is a better overall player. I would want Bradley Beal as my first option way more before I want Klay Thompson. Simply because Bradley Beal can run the point, simply because Bradley Beal doesn't need other players to create opportunities for him. Sure, he can play that role when John Wall comes back, and be the second option and allow John Wall to create opportunities for him, but he can do it himself as well. If the Lakers had an opportunity to trade for Bradley Beal or sign Klay Thompson in free agents, I would rather trade for Bradley Beal. I would trade for a player who has a more overall game than a player who is kind of one-dimensional. You need a player, if you're LeBron James, who's capable of doing a little bit of everything, similar to Kyrie Irving. Klay Thompson plays in a system that allows people to think he's a little better than what he is because people overlook his weaknesses because he plays with the Golden State Warriors. He wouldn't be the same player in any other offense, and that's because he wouldn't have Curry, he wouldn't have KD, he wouldn't have Draymond. Neither him or Draymond, I think, would be the same players if they went to a different team. That's just me personally, but that's just how I feel. Neither player will be as effective in what they do right now playing on another team. Swap Klay Thompson for Bradley Beal and put him in the Golden State Warriors uniform, and the Warriors wouldn't miss a beat. But swap Klay Thompson and put him in a Wizards uniform and ask him to do what Bradley Beal is doing right now, he simply couldn't because he doesn't have the type of skill set that Bradley Beal has. So let me ask you this question. Which player is more important? Which player is overall better if you look at it through those lenses? Of course, public perception plays a key role into a lot of people thinking that players are better than what they really are. Because we see Klay Thompson with the 50 with 5 dribbles and the 60 and 3/4. But a lot of those moments, which are clearly insane, very impressive, are easier to do with the team he is playing for. So people can underrate a all-star caliber player like Bradley Beal and not allow him to get the recognition he deserves when it comes to player rankings because they just don't see him. So when it comes to shooting guards in the NBA as of right now, not only is Bradley Beal a superstar, but Bradley Beal is the second best shooting guard in the league other than James Harden because he's the only shooting guard in the league that can do things similar to James Harden. Bradley Beal's becoming Ray Allen 2.0 under people's eyes and people not even blinking. And like I said, I believe personally that Bradley Beal is not only better than Klay Thompson, but I believe Bradley Beal is the second best shooting guard in the NBA. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. Do you think Bradley Beal is better than Klay Thompson? Do you think Klay Thompson is better than Bradley Beal? It's your boy, Mike K. Smith, also known as AK, also known as the coolest guy in sports. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell to stay updated on these videos. Also, check out the other links in the description below. I dropped my podcast yesterday talking about my updated top 10 players in the NBA. It's your boy, Mike K. Smith. Bye for family, basketball fans only. Thank you for your support. Join the movement. Sub. It's your boy, Mike K. Smith, also known as AKIS. I'm gone, man. Peace.